I've played through all the versions of Minecraft, but this story doesn't start here at the end, but rather the beginning, in the first updatable versions of Minecraft, Minecraft INFDEV. In the beginning, there was nothing. Wait, that's a different video, but subscribe for that one. Here it is, World 1. Hello? Who is that? What is this place? Why is there so much golden lava? Was that a dream? And are these islands floating? Where am I? What happened? I was lost and confused, but knew I need to gather resources. You see, to update to the next version, there are a few requirements. The first one, collect one of every item. So I collected wood and saplings, then crafted planks and a crafting bench. I made sticks, used to craft one of every wood tool, then gathered some dirt and cobblestone, and upgraded to stone tools. I found some surface coal, but then it started to go dark. I made torches and a shelter for protection as mobs started appearing during the night. Inside the structure, I dug underground and found more coal, as well as iron, gravel, and flint. And when the tools were depleted, returned to the surface to greet the rising sun, with no mobs in sight. A bunch of animals appeared, so gathered cloth and raw pork chop, but this was not enough, so went in search of more. In INFDEV, passive mobs spawn at light levels 9 and more, such as during the day, while hostile mobs spawn at light levels of 7 or less, such as at night and in caves. After getting the cloth and pork chop, my inventory was getting full due to food items taking up so much space. I made a storage chest to clear out my inventory. Then, before I knew it, the sun was setting again. With my cloth, I made armor to increase my defense. I constructed a furnace to cook pork chop for restoring our health, and smelted iron to upgrade our tools. Now, we were ready for any mobs who dared approach. The first shelter was looking sad, so gathered some sand and smelted it into glass, along with crafting stone slabs for a proper shelter. The house was complete, so then I made a farm by tilling grass for seeds and planting them. While I waited for the crops to grow, I made some buckets and went back to the mines to gather more ores. Yo, we found gold! Diamonds! Other items I collected while underground were a lava bucket. I found obsidian, but learnt my tools weren't strong enough. That took so long for nothing. When I resurfaced, the crops had grown. With the wheat, I made bread. The extra iron, I upgraded our armor, and with the gold, smelted it, then made golden tools. Discovering golden tools don't last long, and also can't get obsidian. Are you serious? With all that mining, I had lots of cobblestone, and this gave me an idea for another build. This is a good spot to introduce requirement 2. Make a build in every version. And for INFDEV, this will be an outpost. The outpost will have walls connected to 4 corners to store our items. Inside will be a courtyard with a fountain, and the front gate will have doors to keep mobs out. I gathered the materials I needed for the build, including smelting cobblestone into stone and designing ladders to access the top of our 4 corners. This took many days and nights, as I first had to decide where the middle was, then flatten out an area, build the foundations, building up the corners and connecting them. Outpost was complete, though missing something. Ooh, I like this one, but this one is better. Using sulfur, I discovered TNT. With this, I could finally get obsidian. Really? Not even explosives? I then did a large mining session to get more diamonds. In INFDEV, you can get more materials by mining in the southeast quadrant of the world. To learn more handy tips like this, check out my INFDEV guide. I now had the resources to get the rest of the items. A flint and steel, minecarts and rails, golden armor and blocks, diamond armor and blocks, and diamond tools. With these, I could finally get obsidian. Please let this work. Finally! Now we had one of every item, which brings me to requirement 3. Build an archive room. So under the outpost, I built a tunnel that spiraled down, and connected to this tunnel, I built the archive room. I decorated with items from this version and moved our items into it. Very nice. I spiraled the tunnel to the bottom of the world and exposed the void because of this funky bedrock. Bedrock could be broken with a glitch, and another glitch was item duplication, which brings me to requirement 4. Illegal items such as duplicated items need to be stored safely away. So I made a start on an illegal item storage by opening out the bottom of the tunnel. While doing this, I decided I'd save this build for another version when we gathered something worth storing in it. Now it was time to update. I started with a Minecraft launcher version of Infdev, but to update to the end of Infdev, I needed to use Betacraft, a Minecraft client developed to go into these old versions. Using Betacraft, I updated to the end of Infdev and found dungeons with mossy cobblestone, spawners, golden apples, and saddles. For the record, this took months, as golden apples in Infdev were super rare. Lastly, crafting wood and stone stairs. And with that, we had one of every item from Infdev, and we're ready to update to alpha. Bringing us to requirement 5, trimming the world. The outpost was made the size 32 by 32. This was because when updating to the next version, the world can be trimmed back to a minimum of 1 chunk more than the last time. And as this was the first time, using a program called MC Edit, the world was chopped down to a 1 chunk radius, the exact same size as our outpost. When loading into alpha, we can see that anything outside this border has disappeared. And due to world generation being the same as Infdev, the terrain matched. And I grew facial hair, as working on this outpost had taken years. Huge thank you to all of you who have subscribed. It really means a lot. And if you enjoy this content, consider giving it a like. I appreciate you being here, and to find out what happens next, watch the next episode. World 1, Alpha.